to find the reason I fought my way back. Let's find out.
You know, the best sequels to good or even great action movies go ahead and actually become good to great themselves because they remember what formula got them there. They don't stray too far away from the original. Whether you're talking about Bourne Supremacy or John Wick 2, they know what brought them to the dance. They may just go ahead and actually further the storyline for your character a little bit, give you a little bit more actions, a little bit more explosions. Don't break what doesn't need fix. Extraction 2 is Netflix's attempt to go and actually build upon that 2020 version of Chris Helms' Extraction. They hope to avoid the fallacies of other sequelized action franchises like Speed 2 or Mortal Kombat 2. Oh my goodness. Let's go ahead and actually take a look and see what's going on with it. These types of movies, action, adventure movies, are definitely in my wheelhouse. I am the main target audience for these types of movies. But I'm going to ease back a little bit, and I'm also going to give some casual viewer perspectives as well. See, I watch those movies that are exclusive to streaming content to see if they're worth your time to go and actually give any attention to. So I watch them so you don't have to. If you like how that sounds, do me a favor, click like, share, subscribe. And now, let me get into this review for you. Extraction 2 premiered on Netflix in June of 2023. It has a runtime of 2 hours, and it stars Chris Hemsworth as Tyler Rake. Oh my goodness. What is her name? Oh, let me just go ahead and actually put that here. Yep, there we go. I don't feel like disrespecting her. Okay. Adam Besa as Yaz as well. Okay. Now, the story picks up right after the events of the first movie. We discover that Rake actually survived, and he is found and is nursed back to health. He's offered retirement, but when a mysterious man comes to his home and offers him one more job, he can't go ahead and actually possibly turn this one down. So, the extraction specialist is back, baby. So, in watching these types of movies, there's not much guess into what a main audience member is looking for. Good to great action, give me some believable fights, and you can do some crazy stuff, but it has to make sense for the universe you made. I'm looking at you, Fast and Furious. There's gotta be some physics somewhere in your world. It's gotta be. Please observe physics. But anyways, the story doesn't have to be riveting, but if you can give us a good emotional reasoning for our hero doing his thing, it does make it better overall. The casuals are going to be more into the story. Like, does it make sense? Why would these folks be sacrificing themselves to this degree? And do I even care about the people in here? These are things you're going to want to satisfy to indulge a casual viewer. And keep in mind, for all audiences, if you can shoot a scene that stands out in the movie, it makes it more memorable. Think about the jail scene in The Raid or the car chase scene in Matrix 2. Now, let's look at these characters, okay? Chris Hemsworth really plays this character well. The constant mercenary that takes on dangerous jobs to help people because he's constantly running from his past. So either he maybe redeems himself a little bit and a little every time that he comes back from a successful mission, or he finally dies so that he can be at peace. I'm not saying that he's going to win any Oscars for this role, but it is a relatable broken hero who has some serious skills. And Hemsworth brings it here and is very good. It puts him on par with some other ridiculously notable heroes like John McClane, Jason Bourne, and of course, John Wick. Now, there are some great supporting roles here by the characters of Nick and Yaz, and even the stereotypical vengeful bad guy, Zura Radani, played by Tomaki. I have no idea how to do his last name, so here it is. This was above average acting for an action movie. Mains will love them, and casuals will be just fine with them. The plot isn't anything unique. It's an extraction just like the movie implies. The reasoning for why it's happening makes sense, and it's definitely personal for Rake. There's nothing in the presentation or scripting that will be groundbreaking. What I will say is that as this movie does a great job of giving you plenty of action, then there's just enough quiet time to calm your nerves and collect your thoughts, explain a couple things, and then they throw the action right back at you. The pacing was excellent. The way that this is storyboarded and is told, it'll do just fine for both mains and casuals. Here's a couple things that I want you to go and actually think about for this movie. One, I definitely could go ahead and actually shed a tear in these types of movies when something tragic or emotional happens. And this one got me 2 times. It's nothing that left me sobbing or anything like that, but I'll give you that slow Denzel tear from Glory. It did hit me one good time. I'm gonna tell you that. All right. Another thing is that the first Extraction had an incredible take on the initial Extraction car scene. It was all one shot, the choreo was excellent, and it gave you the visceral approach of bullets, adrenaline, and the life and death scenarios I was going for. It was very memorable. This movie gives you a similar scene with the initial Extraction here. Basically combining the prison fight in Raid with the prison breakout in Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. And that's what this was. And I felt that was very well done. But now, let me talk about the verdict. So, if you haven't figured it out yet, for both mains and casual audiences, I'm going to say go and actually watch this within 30 days. Keeping in mind that 30 days thing is always important for Netflix to garner how relatable material is, how popular it is. If you don't watch it within the 30 days, then it starts deteriorating for them, and they will not renew, they will not sequelize or anything like that. But I have a good feeling that this is going to get a Extraction 3, but I just want you guys to go ahead and actually watch this for 30 days. And it's warranted. Your mains will love this movie hands down. The characters, the action, the gunfire, the hand-to-hand combat, and pacing are all top-notch. There aren't too many crazy physics-defying actions done here. It all feels real. Casuals will be tense during the extraction scenes, and the dynamics of family that will fill in the gaps that aren't just action. So again, for both main and casuals, go ahead and actually watch this movie as soon as you can, as long as you have some free time on there, because you are going to go and actually watch this and love it. But that's what I have for Extraction 2 on Netflix. Check it out. I can't believe that you stayed for the entire thing. You're awesome. Do me a favor. Click like, share, subscribe to help me out a little bit. Make sure that my channel grows a little bit. But if you don't want to do that, you can watch one of my other videos that YouTube thinks that you might go and actually like. But honestly, until the next time, I appreciate you. Take care of yourselves. I'll holler at you.